Hi YouTube, welcome to part 2 of the video tutorial on how to create a virtual hack box. Hopefully you guys viewed my first video and downloaded my suggestion, which is the virtual box installation at this particular link, and all of the, well, not all, most if not all of the operating system that I mentioned, which is right here. So Windows Server 2012, Windows 10, 8.1, 7, and your Kali, and your Linux distro, Kali Linux, Ubuntu, and BackBox. Hopefully you guys did view my first video and downloaded some of the suggestion into the one folder I recommended. And if you haven't, go ahead and view the first video again and continue with this second part. So the second part, we're going to be, I'm going to go over installation of Kali Linux, which is our attacker box on VirtualBox. So let's go ahead and open VirtualBox. And like I said, it's empty because nothing's installed. So go ahead and we're going to move forward with creating our Kali Linux attacker box. So go ahead and press new and give your attacker box something, a name. So let's just call it Kali attacker. And in type, it's a Linux distro, so just choose Linux. And in version, there is no Kali, so but it is a Debian-based Linux distro. So let's go ahead and choose Debian if you download the 32-bit or the 64. I have a 64-bit, so I'm going to go ahead and choose that. Press next. We're going to want about at least, let's say 2 gig. You can give as much as you want, but I recommend with all the operating system that you're going to be downloading for the virtual hack box, just give it 2 gigs roughly. All right, so right here where it says, do you want to create a virtual hard disk? Yes, you do. So just go ahead and create a virtual hard disk now. Keep it checked there. Create. You want to choose VDI, which is the VirtualBox disk image here. So just go ahead and keep it default. Press next. Keep it dynamically allocated. Next. Right here, we're going to be dedicating virtual hard disk space. I know Kali Linux recommends, I believe, 20 or 25. I'm not sure, but VirtualBox for some odd reason won't install it without at least, I think it's you got to have a little bit more than 40 gigabytes. So it's going to be, I'm just going to put 42 gigabytes. Scroll this. All right, 46, close enough. You want to keep it above 40. For some odd reason, when I put 40 or below, the VirtualBox just won't install. So make sure it's above 40. Go ahead and create. All right, so create the instance. Now we're going to do a little bit of configuration before we run the installation. So make sure your Kali attacker box is highlighted and go to settings. We're going to keep everything in general, the default. We won't change anything here. In system, we're also going to keep everything defaulted. This is the processor. I run a dual or a quad core processor, so I'm just going to keep it at 1 CPU for right now. But this isn't set in stone. You can come back and change this and tweak it whenever you want after you install it. So go ahead and go to storage next. You see where it says empty right here? Go ahead and highlight that. And it's your IDE secondary master. So click this this icon and choose virtual optical disk file. This is where you're going to choose your ISO that you downloaded. And there's mine. It shows the AMD64. If you haven't gotten this far yet, make sure you go back to the first video and watch it, and that's where I'll show you where you can download it. So this is where mine is. I'm going to go ahead and press open. And there you go, it's just attached itself. All right, so that's all good. Let's go to audio. Everything should be default, just keep the default here. Network, the default's NAT, but let's go ahead and make it bridge adapter. That way it borrows from the host. We're going to change this later, but for right now, after we download it, we're going to update our Kali box, and we want access to the outside world for that. So go ahead and make it bridge adapter. In my last tutorial, when I tie all the operating system together, for when I show you guys how to tie them all together so that each one of them can talk to each other without reaching the outside world. That's going to be in the last tutorial, but that's when we'll make the change back. So for right now, let's just go ahead and keep it bridge adapter. Everything else should be default. This is the share folder. It comes in handy. This is when you can start sharing files between your different virtual machines. But for right now, let's just go ahead and keep it blank. And that's it. Just press OK and start the installation. All right, so we can get rid of this. This part just says it's captured the keyboard, so you can type. Right here, you want to go down to graphical install. Press enter. All right, this is where it says capture the mouse pointer, where you can use your mouse. So let's just go ahead and get rid of that. All right, so this is what language you want to use. So I'm going to choose English. And what state you're in, I'm going to choose United States. This is for a keyboard. Just go ahead and choose whatever you want, but I'm going to choose American English. All right, it's installing right now. I'm going to fast forward through parts of these, and I'll be right back. All right, host name. I'm just going to keep it Kali. We can change this later, but for right now, it's just going to be Kali. Domain name, I'm just going to keep it empty. Just continue. And this is where you're going to enter your root password. So make sure you remember what you put in here. All right, after you're done with that, just go ahead and press continue. And this is where you choose your time zone. All right, right here we're going to want to choose guided and use their entire disk. This is where it's going to show you your disks. I only have one, so I'm just going to choose this. And you're going to come to this. It's going to ask you how you want to partition. Just go ahead and do the all files in one partition for right now. And go ahead and finish partition and write change to this. Go ahead and continue with that. Right here it's going to ask you if you want to change the list below. Basically it's going to be written to, your disk will be written to. Otherwise don't make the change. You want to put yes here. Write the change to this. Yes. Continue. And this is going to take a while, so I'm going to fast forward through this part. I'll see you guys in a bit. All right, YouTube, here we go. Now we're back. It's going to ask you if you want a network mirror. A network mirror can be used to supplement the software that it's included in the CD-ROM. This may also make newer version of software available. Just go ahead and put yes on this and continue. Just go ahead and leave this blank and continue. This might take a while. I'm going to fast forward through this. All right. This is going to install the Grub bootloader on your hard disk. You definitely will want this. So just go ahead and press yes and continue. Just go ahead and select this device here and press continue. Alright, this might take a while, so I'm going to go ahead and fast forward through this. Okay, it looks like installation is complete. Just go ahead and press continue here and just let it finish the rest of the way through. Alright folks, here we are. Kali Linux is rebooting and booting up for the very first time. Just go ahead and let it go through its pre-start configuration before it starts. All right, so right here, it's booting up for the very first time. It's going to ask you for your username. Go ahead and put in root. This is your admin. Your password, if you remember, you set up earlier, so just go ahead and put that in here and press enter. All right, there you go, folks. A full installation of Kali Linux on your VirtualBox. So it's running right now. And first thing we want to do is let's see if the internet's up. You're connected through Bridge, so it should be. So let's go ahead and just ping yahoo.com. Yep, looks like it's up. All right, so the first thing you want to do is update your distro after you have installed Kali Linux. So the command for that is just app man, brain's going numb. App get update. And it's just going to go through the package list, and it's a pretty quick update. And then the next thing you want to do is go ahead and go to app get upgrades. Just go ahead and press yes right here. It's going to upgrade everything on your Kali Linux. This will take a while, folks, so but this is pretty much it. As you can see, just a few more things. Kali Linux, when it's installed, it's not completely full screen, so what you'll have to do is you'll have to insert guest edition. Try inserting it and rebooting your system to see if it gives you the full screen. If it doesn't, please go to my tutorial on how to install guest edition and configure it. If the normal way doesn't work, you have to configure it. But there is a tutorial out there that I have that will show you how to insert guest edition into your Kali Linux. But once you do that, your Kali Linux should be full size. But for now, I mean, basically your Kali Linux is up. So what's next, folks, is I'm going to go through a tutorial on how to install Windows Server 2012 R2 and get our target machine up and going. But for now, just go ahead and run the auto updates and everything. And also I have another video out there, folks, if you want to check it out, on how to write a script on how to update your system and how to upgrade your system, and also remove unwanted application that's no longer being supported by Kali Linux. But just go ahead and subscribe if you like this video, and I'll see you in the third tutorial, which is how to install Windows Server 2012 R2 onto your virtual box to create a hack box. So I'll see you then. Appreciate you guys watching. Thanks.